Hello. Welcome to my channel, personal YouTube channel here on YouTube. Stephen Cross is my name. Welcome to Steve Unscripted. I am super pumped about, as you can see, the title of the video, starting a new journey here on the YouTube channel. This has been something I've been thinking about for a while. I have, over the last few years has really dived into, media and podcasting and I love it, and I do a bunch of podcasts. I, have a few podcasts out there that, do sports and everything. And I work with that. And I have an audience. We're building an audience over there. And I just love doing it. And for me, I looked at all my channels, and of course, a lot of them are doing well or they're growing. And I looked at my personal YouTube channel and I was like, well, it would be nice to start posting videos on there because, if you follow me on YouTube, if you subscribe to my channel, first of all, thank you and I appreciate it. Um, I don't post a whole lot on my YouTube channel. And if you go to my YouTube channel, as I'm doing right now here on my phone, I only have, let me see here. I only have roughly like 10 videos or so on my YouTube channel, maybe a little bit less than that. Roughly 10 videos on my YouTube channel. Let's just say that. Um, so yeah, I don't go on my personal YouTube channel, even though now as I, am getting older and I start gaining interest in podcasting and media and content creating, I have not been able to upload on my personal channel. But now I think we're gonna start changing that. I'm super excited about what I have coming up for you all and for this channel, and I'm gonna share that here in just a second. But yeah, for instance, the last time I uploaded was 11 months ago, almost a year ago, when I uploaded a trip report when I flew down to Florida for work when I was working at my college. And yeah, that was 11 months ago. And previously to that, I didn't upload, um, you know, for a long time. 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, that was the previous time I uploaded. So I haven't been very active on my YouTube channel, but like I said, that's going to start changing starting now. I'm super excited of what I have coming out for this channel, for my personal channel, because again, I want to be able to use it, just be able to just kind of share my story, right, and just share my love, my hobbies, things I enjoy, things I like to talk about or just things going on right now, and whether it's, as you can see at the bottom of your screen, pop culture, things that are going on, in the music world, in the movie world, gaming, and just simple conversations about life or, faith or whatever, or just chilling, just talking to you guys, once we, Lord willing, if we gain a following, talk to you guys, just that sort of stuff. And another thing I thought about doing is, because I like writing and, I'm writing some stories and maybe write on here as well, just, chill, play some beats, maybe, and, write and, well, while I'm here on YouTube and, recording. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. Um, so Steven Unscripted is going to be more of a YouTube podcast. It will not be something that you'll find on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Now, maybe eventually one day it might get there, but as of right now, I don't plan on doing that. This will basically be, a video slash podcast for YouTube only. Okay, so um, another thing I'm very excited about that I plan on doing is doing a Star Wars podcast on here because for a long time, ever since I became a Star Wars fan, I've always looked at other Star Wars podcasts on YouTube, and I always wished I could do something like that, and now I can proudly say that I can do that now. And so, um, of course, there will be this video podcast here on YouTube, Steve Unscripted. So basically, kind of like in the title, I'll be talking about a variety of stuff. It won't be just one thing. It'll be a bunch of stuff. So Unscripted is just basically me sharing my thoughts, my journal to you guys of what's going on in my life. or just the life around us. Okay. And then for the Star Wars podcast, it's pretty simple. I don't really have a name for it. It's called, I think, the Star Wars podcast, and then it just says with my name. So, and I'm excited for that too. I'm hoping to do an episode soon just to talk about Star Wars stuff, and I would like to also do reactions, and talk about my thoughts on that, and maybe even do live trailer reactions. It'd be kind of cool, without having to worry about getting copywritten. So that's something that I would like to do. So yeah, I have a Star Wars podcast that'll be coming on this YouTube channel very, very soon. And then I do have another podcast, but I'm not sure if it's going to be on this personal YouTube channel or if I'll be having it on another one that I've already created, and that is my Trust and Lean Christian podcast. It's been something that I've been planning for a while, a lot longer than I have for Steve Unscripted or the Star Wars podcast. But I'm still thinking about, still praying about it, see if that's going to be something that I'll be, posting on this YouTube channel, or if it's going to be, posted separately. But I'm excited, being able to post content on this YouTube channel, because I feel like basically the entire time I've had it for all these years, ever since I was in high school, has been basically dead. So it's gonna, you're gonna start seeing content on here. So I'm excited for that. Um, so yeah, it's like I said, it's the start of a brand new journey for me. I'm super excited for this, and if you're watching, if you're subscribed, I hope you come along the journey with me, and have fun and talk about a whole lot of stuff, and just enjoy talking to one another, get to know me, and I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear your story, that sort of thing, and just have fun, talk about different things. So um, again, this is not going to be a perfect, smooth journey. This is going to be a little bit rough, and again, I'm still learning just a little bits and pieces of the podcasting world. And again, this is going to be a lot different than my other podcasts that I do, because my other podcasts that I do are, sports podcasts, which, I have an audience for that. And, again, Lord willing, if there's an audience in the future, maybe this will become one of those things that you listen to on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts or wherever you listen to your stuff on. But this will be more of like vlogging, I guess, if that's the word. Um, Vlogging type of podcast, to where I'm just like talking about random stuff. Um, but in some ways it's kind of like a podcast, but it's not going to be for um, you know, the entire world to know, I guess. I mean, maybe eventually we'll get there. Like I said, maybe we'll eventually go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but this is not going to be like a thing to where I'll have interviews of people necessarily. So that's basically it. Now, if I have somebody on my Star Wars podcast, maybe, but this is just basically going to be my personal stuff, and just sharing my world, my thoughts, that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, this is kind of a chill time for me. Just this podcast, will be kind of a thing for where I can chill and talk to you guys what's going on in my mind, what's going around, in the world, whether it comes to, like I said, music, gaming, movies, my thoughts, and, if it's Star Wars, that'll be on the Star Wars podcast. So, again, I'm super duper excited about this, and being able to, now finally post content on my personal, YouTube channel, because I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. I just that I didn't really have a whole lot of ideas of what to do, um, and um, yeah, like, and for me, I don't want this podcast to be what you call scripted. This should be from the heart. I firmly believe that everything you do should be from the heart, and because it's more meaningful that way. And whenever I do my sports podcast, it's kind of hard to do that, because it's very much like orderly. You're sharing it to an audience, and they want to know information, to where it's not really information you're giving to the audience. It's more of like, hey, let's do this, or let's what's going on here, and so it's more of like, just enjoying stuff together. Really, it's different than sports, obviously. So um I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. But with this first, I guess, episode of Steve Unscripted, we're going to keep it short here for you all. here on the YouTube channel. I'm super excited for this opportunity. We're gonna have a lot of fun on this channel. Not sure when or how we're gonna schedule these podcasts. Again, the Star Wars podcast is gonna be coming soon, maybe as soon as this upcoming week. I don't know. We'll see. Still working on some stuff. Still thinking it through of what to talk about. And like I said, it would be kind of cool to do like reaction videos without getting like copywritten some way somehow. Um, that would be kind of cool. I'm gonna have to try to find out how to do reaction videos to movies trailers on here without having to get copyright strikes or whatever like that, or get warnings. um but like if I don't like do it live here on YouTube and I just watch it and then react to it after I watch it, I think that might be a little bit better, a little bit better. Just because, be on the safe side, because again, I don't want to get any copyright strikes. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube or whatever. So but yeah, if I find a way, I'll definitely do it. But if not, I'll just do the simple way of just reacting and sharing my thoughts afterwards after I watch whatever. And that'll be either on this podcast. Well, if it's not Star Wars, that'll definitely be on this podcast. Like I'm not going to do like a Marvel podcast, because I'm not big into Marvel. Or if there's another movie trailer or whatever, um, you know, uh, I'll definitely be reacting to that. After I watch it, and I'll be sharing it with you guys if that sounds good. So let's get going. Let's have some fun together. I'm looking forward to this opportunity and this journey, and hopefully you guys can come along with me, and yeah, we'll have some fun together. I think that'll do it for this, I guess, first episode, if you want to call it that, of Steve Unscripted. I will talk to you all later. God bless, and I'll talk to you next time.